Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will quickly check the naming conventions and we will start with classes. So let's get started. Now friends, here are a couple of naming conventions. So in here, first of all, functions will follow this case where if we have multiple words, join them using underscore, and we will make use of lowercase. Use a lowercase word and words will be connected using underscores. Same is the case with the variables and methods. So when it comes to variable, methods and function, we will make use of smaller case and we will join the words using underscore. When it comes to classes, we will make use of the camel case where we will start the word with a uppercase letter, and whenever there is a new word, we will again make use of first word as a capital letter. Here are a couple of examples: model and my class. So every word will start with a capital letter and we won't make use of any underscore. Constant are all uppercase separated by underscores. Module will be all lowercase and words will be separated by underscores. What are modules? Modules are nothing but your files, the Python files where we can define classes, methods, functions, those sort of things. Finally, we have the packages. Packages are nothing but the folders where we keep the modules, and packages are all lowercase and no separators. Alright, so these are like couple of naming conventions which you must follow. Alright, so now moving forward, let us quickly open up Anaconda. Let me open up the navigator. Alright, so here is our Jupyter notebook. Let me expand this. Alright, now friends, we have already seen the import statement, right? So it would be like import, for example, math. Now this math is what? This math is a module. This is nothing but a file, right? And from this file, inside this file, there are many functions. If I make use of the math word and press tab, there are like list of methods and what we say variables which are available to us, right? So these variables, for example, pi is available to me and I can access it, right? Likewise, we can for example call in yet another method like factorial, and we can pass a value as 5. Then it will return factorial of 5. Right? So take a note of it, how easily we can access things. Now when it comes to object-oriented programming or when it comes to methods and classes, it is very convenient for us to package things, to give a template, to give or for example to create a class which has couple of related methods. It becomes very convenient. What is a class? Class is nothing but a template, or in other words, you can also specify class as a user-defined data type. Classes are very interesting, and as we will grow old when it comes to object-oriented programming, you will start understanding why classes are so widely used and why classes are very interesting and very useful. So in here, in order to create a class, we will make use of this class keyword, and then we will give the name as anything. It could be like hello. Now follow the convention. It would be like hello, and for example we make use of the name as hello world. So the convention is hello, then world, every word first letter capitalized. Alright, now we will make use of colon, and for example I try to run this. There would be a syntax error because inside this class there is nothing. Now inside every class there needs to be attributes, there needs to be methods. As of now, if there is nothing, we can make use of the infamous pass keyword and it will work. So indeed we have created our first class where there is nothing. Now friends, there are like couple of things. Firstly, we will talk about constructors. Constructors are special methods which will always get executed whenever we call in any method or whenever we try to create an object of a class. So try to understand the usage of constructor. So in here, first of all, let us create a variable by the name of x, right? And this x is a class level variable. Class level variable. Now we will talk about levels later down the line, but as of now, let's create a variable x. That's it. We can also initialize this as a 10, for example. And if we move forward now and try to run this, we can definitely access this variable again. Let me show you. So it could be like hello world, which is name of the class dot. And if we hit tab, it will start giving us the suggestions. What is MRO is something which we will talk later, but in here we have the access to this x, and if I run it, then we will get 10. So this x is a class level variable which can be accessed by taking help of the class name directly. This is a attribute. Indeed, this is also known as class object attribute, and this will be constant. This will be used. This will be set whenever we would be creating an object of this class, or whenever we will call in the class and we try to access the attribute, it will be available to us. Now friends, moving forward, we have a special method in a class which is known as constructor or init method. Let me show you. So it would be like, first of all, as this is a method, we will definitely make use of definition, and it is like underscore underscore init underscore underscore, right? And in here we can definitely like code stuff, but the major reason why we have this init method is initializing variables, local level variables. Now in here, first of all, we have something known as self. Now self is similar to this in Java, if you know about it, or in other words, self is nothing but a identifier that this variables are local variable. I will talk about local and global variable, or the attribute and argument in a minute, but as of now, self is something which is required. The name of self could be anything, but by convention we always make use of the name self. And in here, for example, we receive two additional variables like y comma z. And in here, for example, we try to initialize these two variables. Now whenever we wish to initialize these variables, there are a few things. For example, x and y and z will be received from outside as well. So there would be two copies. Firstly, the values which we receive, and then the local copy of the variables. As a result, we make use of self dot y, for example, and self dot z equals 12, for example. Z, for example. Oops, I have made a mistake in here. It's self dot z. Now this is cool enough, and this could be a little confusing, and we will again talk about these points why we are making use of self in a minute. But as of now, let me run this and let me show you how this works. Let me get rid of this as well. In here, first of all, let me create an object, and creating an object is very simple. It could be like hello equals hello world, right? And we will make use of the constructor, which is parenthesis. But indeed, if I run this, there would be error because it says two required arguments. Let me use shift tab and show you the documentation. It says that the parameter, there are two arguments which are required, right? The reason being, it has a constructor, this init method, and this init method will be called whenever we create an object of this class. As a result, let me pass on values like 11, 12. Let me run this now, and this will work. And now if I type in hello dot, then we will see x, y and z. Take a note of this thing. We have initialized only y and z. X is class level object or class object attribute. As a result, it is already available to us. So in here, for example, I print X, we will be able to see that. We can check Y, we can check Z again, and this will perfectly work. Now friends, in here, let me also show you, we can directly call in X, but we won't be able to directly call in Y and Z. It is not showing us any suggestion. But for example, we make use of this notation 11 or for example 25 comma 50. If we initialize these two values Y and Z and then make use of dot and then show you, then are we able to get it? Well, let me show you. If I do this, will I get it? Well, indeed we will get it. Can I do this? Indeed we will get that. So this is possible, how easily we can create a nameless object and access the information from the object. Even this is possible. But I know that this code could be little confusing, and we will talk more about it in our next video. We will dig more into it, how exactly things work, how the reassignment work, what are the different things which we can do to these attributes, how to create additional methods. All of those things will be covered, don't worry. But as of now, this is the core introduction to class. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.